Hi, my name is Mirko Ilić. I'm graphic designer and illustrator based here in New York City. Partly because I was born in Bosnia, at that time communist Yugoslavia, I was always aware of political and social issues. Partly because of that, I rarely, almost never do any advertising or anything like that. Most of my work is attached either to editorial, political and social issues, or cultural institutions. And my company, and it's funny if I can still call that company after COVID, because there's only two of us now, me and my assistant, we do lots of pro bono work for different institutions. Approximately 60% of our work is for pro bono for different non-profit organizations or different causes which one we feel that, or I feel that close to me. In those dealings, for some time I was doing identity and all design for Tolerance Festival, Tolerance Film Festival in Ljubljana, Slovenia. I went, of course, beyond that. I was even fundraising for them, etc. To somehow recognize that and show the appreciation, they gave me a small square in Ljubljana, pedestrian square, with places for 24 posters, and told me, use this space, put whatever you want, your work, you choose, whatever you come up, it's okay with us, because we just want to show our appreciation. Somehow, I was of course flattered, but I didn't feel it's right. I went in to do work for them for free, not to be awarded that way. Because of that, and because of name of Festival Tolerance, I decide, why don't invite other artists, give them that space, give them that stage, to do something about tolerance. And I come up with the idea to invite known designers around the world, tell them you just need to write tolerance on your language, your native language, and do whatever you want on a poster. I'm not judging, I'm not censoring, I'm not giving you idea what to do. You're highly trained professional, and I'm gonna tolerate whatever you do. At that time, floor below my studio was studio of Milton Glaser, who unfortunately passed last year. This was happening altogether 4.5 years ago. Many of you probably don't know name of Milton Glaser, but many of you probably know his work. For example, his probably most famous design is logo for state of New York. I love New York, that I heart New York. And that is actually a good example, because he did that to help his city, his state. He didn't take any royalties, gave that to city and state to use, and that logo still today, after 20-something years, just in licensing fees, is bringing city between, depending on year, between 20 and 40 million dollars. And he did that because he felt he needed to do something for his city, and he needed to give back something to city which one gave lots to him. Anyway, I went to Milton and I told him my idea, and I told him, I'm thinking, because I have a very short period of time, I'm thinking to send this email to different people. Because of that, I would like you, if you do for me first poster as soon as possible, and I'm gonna use your poster as a bait. I'm gonna send email asking other artists to do posters, and write, oh, and Milton Glaser already did his poster, and I'm gonna include your poster in. That gonna legitimize things, and also gonna make them react a little bit faster, because, as I said, I had limited amount of time. On the end, in less than a month, I had 23 posters. 24th poster on show was actually with names of people. That's why it's this uneven number. And show was very successful. Some unfortunate things happen. People decide to destroy some posters, especially posters with Arabic writing. What was somehow, on strange way, also important because media pick up that and they started to talk about tolerance, and why will somebody destroy poster which have written on Arabic tolerance? Obviously, fear of word, whatever that word mean, and obviously person didn't know or didn't care what that mean, caused that person to destroy that particular poster. Anyway, show was over, everything was done, and I suddenly was, how to say that, left with 23 amazing designs from, I think was artists from like 18 countries or maybe 17. And I decide, because I have that capital in my hands, maybe I can continue. Maybe I can continue invite artists to do posters. Maybe I can continue having shows around the world, because it's very easy today. You send them electronic files, they output that into the size which one they want. I also decide I'm gonna always invite artists from that area, that country. That way I'm gonna have on the show also local voice, local way how or is written tolerance. That way people gonna feel a little bit closer to whole project if they see on their own language written tolerance too. To make short story, that was altogether a little bit over 4 years ago. By now we had 119 shows in 37 countries, and we had close to 500,000 people seeing those shows. Why so many people? I always insist, wherever is that possible, to have show outside, of galleries, outside of cultural institutions, to have shows on the streets, in shopping malls, in places where average citizens that are passing by, because very limited amount of people work in cultural institutions. Most of people don't. I wanted to reach those people. I wanted somebody who is going on green market, or somebody who is coming back from work or going to school, to see poster about tolerance and maybe stop for a second, think about that for a second, and continue walking. When I said stop for a second and think for a second, that is, I think, what is maximum achievement of poster. Stopping somebody for a second and making them think for a second about what they saw is more than one can expect today from poster. Also, there is another nice aspect in a show. Every poster is dealing with different subjects. Some posters that dealing with racial issues, gay issues, females, gender, all the economic, all these different issues. And because of that, there is chance person passing by gonna see in one of those posters something familiar, gonna recognize himself in it, gonna see I'm not alone. It's happening to other people too. Other people think as I think. And that is amazing what happened. Doesn't happen very often, doesn't happen with every person, but I always hope if it's happening with one of the 100, show is worth it. And pretty much that, I think, is also maximum what graphic design or poster can do today. Especially because of social media and all this attack, kind of avalanche of visuals. What is slightly different here, on social media, on the end we get surrounded by a circle of people or thoughts or ideas or styles, which one we created clicking on things. Here is slightly different because that poster on the street or in shopping mall or I don't know exactly where, it's surprise is something what you didn't expect. You walk behind corner and there is poster there. And I think that's nice and pleasant surprise, because today we are full of bad surprises, and it's nice to see something good. And I really hope this show is doing some goods, because I think it's very important. A long time ago, somebody in my country said, dark is spreading with speed of light too. That means if you turn off the light, dark is spreading with speed of light. Because of that, one need to shine light to stop dark spreading. And I think this is one of those things which I can do, shining light. I don't know which profession you are, what you do in your life, but probably there is a way to do on your end something too. No matter how big or how little, I think it's important to do it. It's important to show we care. Obviously, from my rambling, you understood that I'm graphic designer and I deal with visuals, not with words, and I apologize for that. But I hope you like the show, and I hope it's going to make you think for a second, or make you talk with your friend or somebody about that for a minute or two. That's all what I can hope. Thank you very much, and enjoy.